Hello, dear listeners. Once again, it's me, Alexian, your storyteller, wizard, and faithful friend. Welcome to my Library of Wonders, a place where the most amazing stories come to life. Today, I will tell you about an extraordinary adventure that took place in the distant Lake Xochimilco in Mexico. This is the story of a little axolotl who embarked on a dangerous journey to save his family. As always, my magical compass will guide us to this tale. Ready? Then let's step into the portal. Long ago, in the crystal-clear waters of Lake Xochimilco, there lived an axolotl named Axel. He was small, with soft pink skin and fluffy gills that looked like tiny feathers. Axel always dreamed of adventures, like the legends told by the elders of the lake. But life in the lake was peaceful and calm. One day, Axel was playing as usual among the water lilies, hiding in the thick underwater plants. His family, his mother, father, and older sister Luna, were swimming nearby, searching for something tasty for lunch. Everything was calm, and Lake Xochimilco seemed to be dozing under the gentle rays of the sun. But suddenly, the water around him began to vibrate strangely. Axel felt a cold shiver run through his gills. He peeked out from his hiding spot and saw thick, dark water rising from the bottom of the lake. Something that had never happened before. This water moved as if it were alive, wrapping itself around everything. Axel saw his family trying to swim away, but the darkness surrounded them, and they vanished as if they had dissolved. The dark water then sank back to the bottom of the lake. "Mom! Dad! Luna!" Axel cried, but there was no answer. He darted around the lake, searching every crevice, every corner, but there was no trace of his family. In despair, he remembered the words often repeated by the elders. "If trouble arises, seek advice from Don Pedro. His wisdom holds the answers to all the lake's mysteries." Axel knew where to find the elder. Don Pedro lived in the deepest part of the Axolotl village, among the ruins of an ancient city. Without wasting any time, Axel swam there. His heart was pounding, and his thoughts were racing, but he knew one thing. If anyone could help him find his family, it was Don Pedro. When Axel reached the ancient ruins, he saw the old catfish gently swaying in the water, as if he were dozing. "Don Pedro!" Axel called out. "Help me! My family has disappeared!" The old catfish opened his wise eyes and looked at Axel carefully. "I felt something dark awaken in the depths of the lake," he said. "It is an ancient magic that has long been asleep. Your family has likely fallen under its power. The only way to save them lies through the hidden underwater cave. But be cautious, young axolotl. This cave tests all who dare to enter, and each is faced with unique trials." Don Pedro decided to guide Axel to the cave. They swam deeper and deeper until the water around them became as dark as night. Suddenly, the entrance to the cave appeared before them, surrounded by glowing underwater plants. "I cannot go any further," said the wise catfish. "Swim into the cave and fear nothing, little Axel, and you will surely find what you seek." When Axel entered the cave, he felt the water around him grow warm and strangely whispering. Voices seemed to call his name. He swam further and soon found himself in the first chamber of the cave. Everything here was covered in sparkling crystals that reflected light, creating the illusion of a starry sky. In the center of the chamber lay a giant crystal, and next to it sat an old turtle. "Who are you?" Axel asked. "I am the Keeper of Light," the turtle replied. "To move forward, you must prove that your heart is pure. Tell me, why are you searching for your family?" "Because I love them and want to protect them," Axel answered honestly. The crystal glowed brighter, and the turtle nodded. "You have passed the test. Go further, but remember, love is your greatest strength." Axel swam further and found himself in the second chamber. Here, everything was covered in underwater plants that moved as if alive. In the center of the chamber stood a giant shell from which a voice echoed. "To move forward, you must prove your courage. Enter the shell if you are not afraid." Axel took a deep breath and swam inside. Suddenly, the shell snapped shut and everything went dark. But instead of fear, Axel remembered the words of the Keeper of Light. Love is his strength. He closed his eyes and imagined his family. Suddenly, the shell opened, and the voice said, "You have proven your courage. Go further." Finally, Axel reached the last chamber. Here the water was dark and cold, and in the center of the chamber stood a throne, upon which sat a giant eel with eyes that sparkled like lightning. "Who dares to enter my domain?" the eel thundered. "I am Axel, and I am searching for my family," the axolotl replied bravely. The eel laughed. "If you wish to save them, you must give me all your strength." Axel hesitated. He knew that without his strength, he would not be able to make the journey home. But his love for his family was stronger than his fear. "I agree," he said firmly. At that moment, the eel disappeared, and the water around him began to glow. Axel's family appeared before him, and his strength remained untouched. "You have passed all the trials, Axel," a voice echoed. "You have proven that love, courage, and selflessness make you a true hero." Axel returned home with his family. He realized that being a hero is not just about being strong. Kindness and the willingness to help others are the true qualities of a hero. And that, dear friends, is the story. Let's activate the magical compass and return to the Library of Wonders. As always, I have a question for you. What did this tale teach you? Share your thoughts, and until next time in my Library of Wonders, where new, incredible stories and adventures await us.